Welcome to Glamour Shop Talk with your host, Vicki Johnson.
Hello. How you doing out there, listening audience? Welcome once again to Glamour Shop Talk. And we are so excited once again, and we have a wonderful guest that we're going to be interviewing. But before we do that, we just want to say thank you, Worship Center Radio, for giving us this platform for champions. Woo! And also, we would like to start off with a word of prayer. And before we do that, though, we're going to let you know today we're going to be talking to Erica, who is the owner of All Locked Up. And it is a awesome, all-natural hair salon which specializes in sister locks. So before we get Erica here on the show, we're going to just have a word of prayer, acknowledge the Lord thy God, who is the one who gives us breath, gives us life, peace, joy, strength to do everything that we do. And Father, we ask that you bless our listening audience, you bless Worship Center Radio to increase more and more, to go over the city, the nation, and the world for Jesus Christ. We ask that you bless all the owners of Worship Center Radio and their families. You bless every participant that participates in Worship Center Radio and their families and their ministries. And Father God, more than anything, we want you to be glorified in this program. Once again, you have joined Glamour Shop Talk. Why do we call it Glamour Shop Talk? Is because we want to share with our listening audience all the important things that we talk about at Glamour Salon, which is located at 28801 Southfield Road. This salon was ordained by God and was given to me to open up to be a blessing to those who come and receive ministry as well as those who work there. This is a place where the anointing of God reigns and he rests there, where you can come and you can be served with love and gladness and appreciation, and also become beautified. But as you know, salons have always been the hub for information, transformation, as well as an opportunity to network. So today, as I said, we are going to be speaking with Erica, who is the president, CEO, and operating manager of All Locked Up. Hi, Erica. Oh, sorry, we haven't got Erica on the line yet, so we're going to just keep on talking. Well, let me just let you know about All Locked Up. All Locked Up is a unique service which gives you an opportunity to wear stylish locks. It's done in a very unique and specialized way. We are now joined with Erica. Juan, are we joined? Hi, Erica.
Hi, Miss Vicki.
How are you doing today, great woman of God?
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes, you are. I just want to thank you once again for joining us here on Glamour Shop Talk. Erica was a guest of ours, and she was so informative, and it was so great speaking with her, and she was sharing her knowledge with us about the particular service that she gives, that we just had to have her back. It's just that awesome. And then we also want to give her an opportunity to premiere and promote her business, because she has such a unique and professional atmosphere up in the All Locked Up Salon, which is located at 28801 Southfield Road in the upper suite. Erica?
Yes.
Yes. First of all, can you just give us once again background on yourself, on the services that you give, and What does this service, how does this service transform a person's life?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you, Miss Vicki, for having me today.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate you so very much for having me on again. And Sister Locks has changed so many women's lives.
Yes.
It's you feel liberated.
Yes.
You know, that's what most women have said to me. It is a lifestyle change.
Yes.
I am also I started out as a licensed cosmetologist,
Mm-hmm.
and when I found out about the Sister Lock technique, I just fell in love with it.
Okay.
I knew that it would promote women's their natural hair,
Yes.
and it helps. But some women they've told me they've never had long hair, and they wanted their natural hair to grow long. And Sister Locks is one of the ways to promote natural, healthy hair growth.
I can
without
testify for
processing
that.
it first.
Yes, I have seen your clients, and not only is the hair long, I mean, middle of their back, past their shoulders, but it's also healthy looking. And it gives them an opportunity to have so many varieties of styles, don't you think? Erica, are you still there?
I'm sorry. Yes,
Oh
I
no,
can hear you now.
that's okay. I was saying that I can testify to what you're saying in terms of how I've noticed the women that I've seen that are clients of yours. Their hair is beautiful. It's healthy and long, and they have so many varieties of styles that they can wear with these sister locks. Wouldn't you
This
say?
is true. Yes, this is true, and thank you, Miss Vicki. You can start Sister Locks with 1.5 inches of new growth. You
Mm-hmm.
can start Sister Locks with relaxed ends, and also different lengths. It doesn't have to be short all the time. You can start Sister Locks with long hair.
Wow.
Yes,
So can you
and different textures of hair also.
Wow. Can you explain the technique to us without giving away, vital secrets?
Yes, I can. The technique, you have to go to the Sister Locks training, first of all, to get trained. So I am trained, I'm certified to do the Sister Locks system. And what it is a natural hair care system that helps your natural hair, because if we will let our hair just grow out naturally, it will form locks. So what it does is, for women, it's designed for women with tightly coiled hair,
Okay.
to be able to manage your hair better without processing it, if that's what
Gotcha.
you choose to do. So
Okay.
there are different patterns for different textures of hair and different curl patterns. So,
Ah.
yeah, there's a process also called, we do a consultation. And with the consultation, I put in a cluster of test locks, different patterns, different sizes of locks. And what happens is, when I see my potential client again in 2 weeks, it helps me to determine which locking pattern is best for their hair type, for their curl pattern and texture of hair. We also have to determine the cuticle, because some people have smooth cuticles, rough cuticles, and average. So all of that is taken into account before the Sister Locks are established.
Wow. So, I mean, this is a really intricate procedure. I didn't realize that you had to almost do a testing of the hair follicle as well as the pattern prior to completing the entire service.
Yes, it's essential. It is
It's
essential. Although I've been doing Sister Locks for 10 years now,
mm-hmm.
I do not skip that part of the process because it's very important.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. If an individual whom has a desire to have the sister locks comes in and they say yes to the service, tell me, what is the time period in which you would begin, including the testing, all the way to completing that service where that individual will now have the sister lock hairstyle?
Well, you mean from the test locks or just starting their locks from
From the
scratch?
test lock all the way to the end, would it be, because I
Okay.
know you said that you would do a test lock and then in a few
Mhm.
days they would come back, correct? Or did
They
I?
will come back in 2 weeks.
Oh, in two
And with
weeks.
that, and when I put the test locks in, when they come back in 2 weeks, we suggest that you shampoo your hair as you normally would, at least twice.
Okay.
At least twice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then to get the locks established, depending on the length of the hair,
Okay.
depending on the curl pattern again, and depending on whether or not the hair is dense, if the cuticle is smooth or rough,
Mm-hmm.
it can take anywhere from, I would say, 10 to 12 hours for short hair, and then from there, the time increases, because if you have longer hair or smoother,
Uh-huh.
smooth cuticle, their hair can be challenging to work with. It's
Okay.
not impossible, but it
Right.
just takes a little more time.
Okay. And just to give a verbal visual of what a
hmm
sister lock looks like, can you give me that? Would you say it's about the size of a piece of yarn, or
hmm
what would be the verbal visual you would give to our listening audience, since we are on Worship Center Radio .org, and so what would be the visual? What when my listeners or our listeners are listening, and they want to say, well, is it like a dreadlock, or
hmm
because they're very, very thin. That's what makes it really beautiful to me, because of the
hmm
thinness, and it looks like it's not very heavy and weighing like your traditional dreadlock.
True. They remind me. A lot of people say they look like a Thai-zillion, sort of like a
Ah,
Thai-zillion, except the texture of it is that of dreadlock. It could, because my hair, if I don't curl mine or style mine, and I just wear mine freestyle,
yes.
although my locks are micro, small locks, they can give the illusion of a dreadlock, but they're not dreadlocks.
Right.
But, my texture is different. Now, my clients who have, or women with fine hair, their hair looks more like a Thai-zillion.
You know what? I just, to be honest with you, it appears to me that it's even smaller than Thai-zillions.
hmm
I've seen Thai-zillions as a cosmetologist. I've worked with Thai-zillions, and I don't know if it's because of the texture
hmm
or what, but yours, the sister locks are, to me, smaller than that. Um, because it looks lighter. Thai zillions can still
hmm
appear at the scalp to
hmm
be heavy and thick. I mean,
Yeah.
the sister locks almost look like strands to me.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right, Miss Vicki. What makes them? I was just trying to give the
Oh
listeners
yeah,
just
I
an
would.
idea.
Yeah, I think it's more like a thin. If anybody knows what thin spaghetti looks
Mm-hmm.
like, it looks like thin spaghetti.
That's a good example.
You
And
know.
you know what? What it is also is that it's your natural hair.
Uh huh.
Sister locks, you don't add any hair to it. Um,
Correct.
it's your own. It's your hair, your
Okay.
natural hair.
Okay.
So, which is locked, and you're right. It gives the illusion. So sometimes people with high density, their locks are a little larger.
Right.
And it's only because they might have hair that is natural curl. You know how you see people with large curls if they were to
Yes.
wear their hair naturally. So their locks will
Yes.
come out with more of a
Thicker.
density, thicker,
Yes.
right? And then a person with fine hair.
Yes.
Theirs, will look differently. So,
Yes.
like more of a smooth look
Yes.
and appearance.
And one thing about your ministry, because that's what I call it, it is so liberating, I feel, for African American women. Do you have any other cultures that receive sister locks?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do. We do. There are
Can you talk about
a
that?
couple women I met at the Sister Locks homecoming
Uh-huh.
who, well, one in particular that was of another race, and she had a Sister Lock.
Okay, what other race was she?
She was Caucasian.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're not just the only ones that can receive this service. So I invite Caucasians, or even, would you say Asians? Would they qualify or be able to receive sister locks? Or
I have not met anyone who's Asian
okay,
to wear Sister Locks.
okay, because we want to invite everyone whom you could give this service to come visit you. Tell me, where can they locate you? What's your number? Give them your information, your days, your hours.
Okay, I am located at 28801 Southfield Road in the Upper Suite. My contact number is area code 313-471-1476. Again, my phone number is area code 313-471-1476. And I have started a page on Facebook, and it's under my business name, All Locked Up.
That's awesome. I'm going to be asking you throughout our conversation today for that information. Another thing, what I would like you to expound on, if you don't mind, how would this service, how would this affect a person's budget? Is this something they need to save up for? Also, do you charge for consultations? Tell me, what do you don't have to give prices, because I know that's a dangerous thing to do, because everybody's hair is different. So like you said, it might cost more if it's long or thicker, but would you say this is something that you need to save up for? And how often do you need to come in to maintain it?
Okay, there is maintenance to the Sister Lock system.
Okay.
Also, the initial establishment, I have had clients who have made payment, like a payment plan. I worked that out.
Good.
Yes, because the initial cost for Sister Locks, it can be expensive for some people.
But it's worth
they
it.
really want it, and they've asked, can I do a payment plan, because I really want this.
Right.
And so I do payment plans, and the maintenance is generally on a 6-month basis, depending on the texture of your hair. I'm sorry, 6 weeks. I didn't mean to say 6 months.
That's okay.
6 weeks. 6 months. You don't want to do that.
Right.
But at 6 weeks is my average maintenance schedule for my clients. And that is very, it's reasonable, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think it's very reasonable.
Yes, and tell me this. When you come in for a maintenance procedure or service, what do you do? Are you going to have to touch every Sister Lock strand, or what does that consist of?
Yes, every lock gets retightened. And it's like when I was wearing a relaxer, I would get my touch-up every 6 weeks. That was the maintenance.
That's right.
for the relaxer. So you think of it as in terms of, your new growth. You're going to get your new growth touched up.
Okay.
And it does take a few hours
Okay.
for the service.
So what is a few hours? Is it like 3 hours or?
On average, 4 hours. And it depends on how many locks the person
Well,
has.
I think that's very reasonable. If you consider the lifestyle that you're able to have because of it, because you're able to exercise, you can swim, you can, travel and not have to worry about, oh, I need to find a hairdresser in that city that I'm going to. Am I right about that?
You are absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yes, you are. My clients love to travel with their sister locks. And although when I need my retightening, because I go on a 5 to 6 week schedule, people will compliment my hair. My clients will say, "Oh, your hair is beautiful," and I say, "Oh, thank you. I need to get it done."
Wow.
Even when they are, to me, I need maintenance, but to other people, they still look good.
Okay,
So that's the beauty of it also.
yes, it gives you a freedom of not being tied down and feeling like, oh, I'm trapped. I can't do certain things because my hair is not in place.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. That is awesome. So tell me this: when a person like you said has said, I want sister locks and I want to make this lifestyle change, tell me once again, where can they get to contact you, and how long are they going to have to consult with you?
Okay. They can contact me I'm located at 28801 Southfield Road. I'm in the upper suite. My contact number is area code 313-471-1476. And I have to mention that I do not work on Saturdays. That's the only day.
Yeah, I want you to talk about the days that you're open. And Erica, let me tell you, listening audience, Erica is very flexible with her time. She will work. Well, you tell them about that.
Okay. I work by appointment only, and I work Sunday through Friday. On Friday, I take a morning appointment, but I work 6 days a week.
Yes, and what are your hours? Say, for instance, if someone has to work, are you willing to take them at 6?
That can be negotiated. We can talk about it.
Okay.
But I usually come in after I take my daughter, to school. I like to spend time with her in the morning.
Of course.
And then I'm usually here by 9:30.
Okay, because she is a family, a mom, a wife, a daughter, a woman of God. She's all those things. So when you come to her establishment, you will have an awesome experience. You'll feel her love. It's clean. It's safe. You'll just feel relaxed. I've been up to her suite, and it's just wonderful. Erica, is there anything you want to add to our listening audience or say to our listening audience before we let you go and finish your wonderful service?
Yes, thank you for listening. Check out the Sister Locks website at sisterlocks.com and find out more information about the Sister Locks Natural Hair Care System. And I want to encourage you all to be blessed, and I thank you, Miss Vicki, so much for your time. You've been a blessing to me.
Oh, no, you're a blessing to us, to the women of the world. Thank you.
Thank you. And might I add that if there is a consultant who is looking to work, please give me a call at 313-471-1476. I have space available.
Yeah, she has space available. She's looking for natural hair artists as well, or a nail technician. So please contact her as soon as possible. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you, Miss Vicki.
Worship Center Radio, thank you once again for joining Glamour Shop Talk. Hope you were informed and blessed, and we are Chairs of Change. You can reach us at 248-423-7776. If you want a hair appointment, we will be glad to serve you.